There are two types of people in this world. Now, most of us would look at that one and say, that's obviously me. That's me right there. I wouldn't just stand there and cry my eyes out while basically looking at a easy solution right in front of me. No, I would never be that individual. I would always be the little one that, did whatever he did. It was a very different approach, but nevertheless, had the outcome that he desired, which was getting to the other side. Most of us would agree to be the one that solved the problem, but in reality, this is not the truth. That's not true. Most people on this planet are not the kid who solved the problem. Most of us are living as the child who stood there, looked at the problem, and cried about it. Now, maybe you're not crying in the physical sense, or maybe you are. Maybe, shout out to my Pisces and Cancers, etc. Maybe you did stand there and cry the entire time. But maybe, just maybe, you stood there and complained about the problem. Maybe you stood there and wallowed in sorrow and self-pity about this problem. Maybe you got angry and frustrated and retaliated against the problem. This is how most of us are being conditioned. This is how most of us are being programmed. Not to take responsibility of our lives and to take personal power, but instead to stand there and to just take it. And by taking it, we become complainers, we become complacent, we become temperamentals, we become envious, we become jealous. We see the one who's on the other side, and it makes us feel even worse about ourselves. Why can I not solve the problem? We can't even see that this one created a blueprint and a formula. If I just watched what they did and I did the very same thing, I could find myself on the other side of that problem. But instead of doing that, we find ourselves wallowing in our sorrows. Woe is me. Everything is so terrible. Nobody ever gives me a hand up. Why didn't he help me when he was doing what he did? Why didn't she help me when she was doing what she was doing? I don't understand. And this personality type. It's not you, right? It's definitely not you. It's the person next to you that is this, right? It's the person you're going to send this video to. That's who we're talking about. It's not you. It's not me. Never was me. Never. God forbid that, right? I was always the one who, actually admitted that this was my problem to solve. Now, I obviously know that, this is a cute little video and it's displaying what it's displaying. But again, there is such a depth in this message, to the point where I felt I had to make a whole ass video about it, because what better way to depict the victimhood mentality than exactly that? And then what's on the other side of the victimhood mentality. Now, I wrote an entire book called Escaping Victimhood. I have probably only promoted that book one time ever, right? If you want to get a copy, go and get a copy. There's been folks who have bought it, and that's a beautiful thing. I wrote it because I just needed to get it out of my system. But it's a message I will speak on till the very end of my life, because when I was perpetuating that victimhood narrative within my own life, I was in perpetual stuckness. And we wonder why we're stuck in life. We wonder why we can't seem to get on the other side. It is simple. It's because we are seeing life as something that is happening to us, as opposed to happening through us and for us, as opposed to something that's happening as a direct result of what we are doing, how we're showing up in life, what we're engaging with and what we're entertaining, what we're giving our attention to, what we're giving our time to, what we are focused and fixated upon. Instead of that which is reality or truth, we are believing ourselves to be helpless, to be powerless, to be victims of circumstance. And this is one of the greatest disablers of us as a species. It is the thing that cripples us in the most physical as well as metaphysical ways. We talk about, I want to manifest this and that, yet you have a belief that somebody is supposed to do for you and that they're in control of your reality. Even folks who talk about, Illuminati and the shadow government and the elite, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, even if they do exist, even if they're right outside your door right now, they can't stop you from doing a damn thing. If you stop buying the product that company's putting out, then that company becomes obsolete within your own life. But if you continue to vote for them and you continue to make decisions that are going to lead you to have to buy those pills, quote unquote, have to buy those pills, if you continue to do things that lead you in places you don't want to be, you will continue to perpetuate the very same system that you're saying that you are a victim to. That's what this is showing right here. You didn't expect this to be the video of these two little cute little babies, did you, huh? I bet you did not. I bet you did not. But that's what I'm here with. I'm here with one thing, and that's facts. We need to let go of that victimhood narrative if we're going to free ourselves into the lives that we desire. I can't be two at the same time. Water and oil do not mix, my friend. They do not mix. I cannot be the individual who says, well, I want to be this success in my life. I want to do the things that I love at the highest level. I want to grow this channel to 10, 20, 50 million subs to spread this message across the entire planet amongst all peoples. I want to be able to build something that is going to outlast me 100 generations. I can't have that mentality and also say to myself, but it ain't fair though, because the man, because the system, because oppression. I can't be both. I have to choose my plight. I have to choose my fight. Is it going to be one of stripping away that ego aspect of me, stripping away the fear aspect of me, stripping the old identity to step into my new identity or my true identity, which is of power and empowerment? Or am I going to step into the shell of my conditioning and my programming of unworthiness and undeservedness? Which one? It's my choice. And I'll be damned if I go back to that. I'll be damned if I stay there as that little baby right there, just crying his dear eyes out because he doesn't know what to do about this problem. And, somebody's probably thinking, oh, how you going to shame the baby? It's not shaming it's not about the baby if you ain't caught it yet. It's about you. I'm shaming you. No, I'm playing. I'm not shaming you. I'm just telling you what it is. And if you take it as shaming you again, they've conditioned us to be very sensitive, to be offended by a lot of things. And, I'm going to do a video in a little bit about something that's going to blow your mind. We got some of our fellow Zennials. Well, actually, I'm the last year of millennials, so I'm a cusper, right? I'm a cusper. Going to job interviews with their parents. That's an interesting thing. That's different. 2 chains. But anyway, that's the message for today. Simple as that. Some of my content is 30, 40 minutes. I'll be going in, and some of it is just going to be a direct message like this. A little shot of espresso. Like, let's do something different. Let's move different. I know everybody around you wants to act the victim and play that victim role, and it's serving them in some way, quote unquote, but it's not going to do it for us anymore because we want better for our lives. And when you want better for your life, you have to do something different. Simple. And I'm going to bring this quote up again because I don't give a damn. Somebody left a comment and said Einstein stole his ideas from blah, blah, blah. And so, he's a fraud. First of all, I don't know if that's true or not. And second of all, I don't care. I use the man's quote because the quote is fire. And it's the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And so that's my closing statement. Whether I don't know if he stole, did Einstein steal the research that I don't give a damn about E equals MC squared? I really don't. I care about fire ass quotes. I'm in the business of communication. I care about that quote. It's a bar, period.
I used to be afraid of the dark, place unknown like a heart in their heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight, 2 step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's not. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see